Hello everyone, I am Mrs. Esther Massey. Welcome back to another session of Lesson 2, Socialism in Europe and the Russian Revolution. Today we will study about the February Revolution in Petrograd. In the winter of 1917, conditions in the capital of Russia, Petrograd, were serious. The layout of the city seemed to emphasize the division among its people. The workers' quarters and factories were located on the right bank of the river Neva. On the left bank were the fashionable areas. The Winter Palace and official buildings, including the palace where the Duma met in February 1917, food shortages were deeply felt in the workers' quarters. The winters were very cold. There had been exceptional frost and heavy snow. Parliamentarians, wishing to preserve elected governments, were opposed to the Tsar's desire to dissolve the Duma. On 22 February, a lockout took place at a factory on the right bank. The next day, workers in 50 factories called a strike in sympathy. In many factories, women led the way to strike. This came to be called the International Women's Day. Demonstrating workers crossed from the factory quarters to the center of the capital, the Nevsky Prospect. At this stage, no political party was actively organizing the movement. As the fashionable quarters and official buildings were surrounded by workers, the government imposed a curfew. Demonstrators dispersed by the evening, but they came back on the 24th and 25th. The government called out the cavalry and police to keep an eye on them. On Sunday, 25th February, the government suspended the Duma. Politicians spoke out against the measure. Demonstrators returned in force to the street on the left bank on the 26th. On the 27th, the police headquarters were ransacked. The street thronged with people raising slogans about bread, wages, better hours, and democracy. The government tried to control the situation and called out the cavalry once again. However, the cavalry refused to fire on the demonstrators. An officer was shot at the barracks of a regiment and 3 other regiments mutinied, voting to join the strike workers. By that evening, soldiers and striking workers had gathered to form a Soviet or council in the same building as the Duma met. This was the Petrograd Soviet. The very next day, a delegation went to see the Tsar. Military commanders advised him to abdicate. He followed their advice and abdicated on 2nd March. Soviet leaders and Duma leaders formed a provincial government to run the country. Russia's future would be decided by a constituent assembly, elected on the basis of universal adult suffrage. Petrograd had led the February Revolution that brought down the monarchy in February 1917. Students, I hope you all have understood this much. We will continue this lesson in my next video. Thanks for watching.